Kaizo Ironmon. Pokemon's hardest challenge, many streamers have taken a crack at it, needing hundreds, sometimes thousands of attempts to finish it. Me, being the masochistic fool that I am, saw this and thought,
we'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look.
So I decided to do it, and I dragged my friend along for the ride so I wouldn't feel lonely by attempt 4000. We also decided to race each other to beat the game, the loser sending the winner $100. The challenge really has too many rules for me to go through all of them, so I won't, but essentially you have to play through Pokemon Fire Red completely randomized using only one Pokemon. I'll bring up the rest of the rules if they're relevant. Attempt 281, the first glimmer of hope in a vast ocean of heart-shattering resets. I'm Mighty, my rival is Cash, and before we start our journey, we must talk to our mother, for we are the nicest of boys. Don't ask me why that's a rule, but it is. If you forget to talk to her, the run is automatically moot. My starter is randomly decided for me the second I enter the lab. The lab, by the way, is where 9 out of 10 of the runs go to die, if not more. He's gonna sky attack me. Hope I don't die. I got one shot. Lovely jubbly. This time, however, I got a Hariyama, which you might notice has very interesting stats and moves. You see, it's not just the Pokemon. Absolutely everything is completely randomized. Your moves, stats, abilities, and even your items. We lucked out with this Hariyama, who I named Ku, with a very high special attack stat and really good special moves, especially Flamethrower. And we lucked out again when our rival's Pokemon was revealed to be a Blissey, which tends to give more XP than the average Pokemon, giving Ku a very strong initial boost. Every Pokemon's level, by the way, is boosted 50%, but Ku was very tough and managed to take out Blissey, rapidly rising to level 9. With our primary struggle dealt with, we handled Oak's chores and finally got out of the lab. What's probably the hardest thing about this challenge is the fact that we can only have one singular Pokemon throughout the entire run. We're allowed one catch per route if we wish to get rid of our current Pokemon, but we're not allowed at all to fight any wild Pokemon. I decided to keep Ku because he's already level 9 and 99% of the Pokemon you'll find this early on won't get to that. So our next opposition is the trainers in Viridian Forest. We're forced to go into these battles under-leveled. However, Hariyama, being the beast that it is, made it through quite easily, aside from a hiccup or two. We got done with the forest at level 17 and quickly made our way over to the second rival battle, where we made light work of Cash, advancing smoothly. All these level ups granted us a couple new special attacking moves, giving us quite the stacked moveset. But now on to Brock, where good runs go to die. Once you enter a gym, you are not allowed to leave until you have either fought every trainer and earned yourself a badge, or another reset. Boss battles, such as gym leaders or evil team people, will have an extra 3 Pokemon in their party. I was really scared for this. Around half the time I get to Brock, I end up losing. However, after I dealt with this goon without losing a single health point, I was quite confident, and Ku did end up beating his 5 Pokemon, all while losing only 40 HP. I just beat Brock. Come on, bro. I didn't even lose half my health. What? After Brock, we fight quite a few trainers on our way to Mount Moon, but Ku just pretty much one-shots everything at this point, so we got through the 8 trainers very smoothly. While our Hariyama sits very comfortably at a staggering level 26 with an insane 106 HP and 90 special attack. Mount Moon, as well as other caves in this game, is quite tricky. Once you go in, you are not allowed to enter it again, so you must clear the entire cave in one go. What makes this so scary is that, combined with the fact we can't leave and use a Pokemon Center, is that Kaizo doesn't allow you to buy any healing items, nor does it allow you to use any healing items outside of battle. I pulled up my map of the cave and I tried making my way through, battling as few people as I could and getting as many TMs as I could. Aside from the 0 new healing items, I was mostly successful. I beat the only trainers I was forced to, the Scientist and the Team Rocket Grunt, and I decided to go back and fight some of the ones I avoided, since I'll never be able to come here again. However, this wild Gyarados kept chipping away at me, so I thought it'd just be better to leave the cave and play it safe. We make our way into Cerulean City. The furthest I'd made it in this challenge so far had been the rival battle here, where I'd lost. I lost twice. Ice Punch. Okay, I lost to Gary. But this time was different. My starter was an absolute beast, ready for anything, is what I'd like to say, but you see, aside from Blissey, Cash had a really weak team, so I kinda just one-shot everything he put out. But now, I'll defeat the rest of the randoms in this route, level up, and go on to beat the Cerulean City Gym. Level 34 already, oh, this random person has a Mewtwo. Oh, that Thunderbolt, that did a lot of damage. Oh, it paralyzed me. It's fine though, it's fine. We can heal, right? We have a few healing items though, I couldn't move there either. Oh, and again. It's fine, I still got some heals. And on 3 HP I couldn't move again. But Ku is a warrior, a fighter, the greatest Pokemon partner at— oh no, yeah, we lost.
Yeah, dude, that's tough, dude. That's
Bro, I don't even know.
Holy crap. That's so tough.
We lost in what was quite possibly the most demotivating way to go, I'm not gonna lie. But we're not done. No. I'm gonna attempt 405 and I'm not stopping until I beat this thing and extort cash out of $100. So I guess you better stick around for that.